It's so funny.
Dude, I almost had you.
You almost had me.
Yeah,
You never had a chance.
I can challenge.
This guy.
Here we are. This is the GTX 970 from Gigabyte, the Wind Force. I've been looking for a GTX 1060 for a build, but I haven't seen any available. And I've had a 970 before, but I've never actually tried one.
Here we are on the testing of the 970. We're trying to overclock, and it's not really accepting much. This is, again, the Gigabyte Windforce G1 Gaming, which is pre-overclocked from the factory. And the megahertz is, it just doesn't want to go over 1500 for some reason. I don't know if I can zoom in here, but this is all my data for the GTX 1060. And GTX 1060, this is just for ForMark alone. It kind of comes out of the box at about 4500 as far as the ForMark 1080 score. And you can pretty easily get it up to 5000. My record number for the 1060 is 5247 right here. See, it starts, this is the MSI Gaming X, it starts at 4553. And these are all my different tests, and then I was able to get it up to 5247. And if you look at all these other ones, like this is an RX 580, 590, 5000 is kind of the, for me, the sweet spot. You see a lot of 47, 48, 49. And this is only my testing. A lot of people don't do this. This is just me testing over and over and over again. You start at 45 for the most part, and if you can break 5, that's great. And then if you can get more than 5, that's a whole different story. So to date, and this has nothing to do with gaming performance, by the way, but see, it's all 47, 48, 49. The Asus Strix was 46. It went to 52 right away. And then this is the same thing, 52, 49, 40. So my issue is now with the GTX 970, I assumed that I was going to be able to get at least 5. And I keep bouncing on the borders, see, 47, 48, 49. I tried this one, fail. It just doesn't want to take the extra overclock. And for some reason I can't add voltage. I don't know why. I have to figure out how to unlock that. I did a couple things. It's been a while since I've done this, so I think I've maybe done something wrong. There's another app, I think, that you can use to unlock the voltage. But what I'm going to try and do, I think I have the perfect settings right now. So let's do a live run. All I want is 5000. If I get 5000, I'm happy. It's not what I expected or what I wanted, but an even 5 is good for me. See, we're at 1522 megahertz. It doesn't like to go over 1500. And we're pulling 270 watts, which is way too much. That's a lot of power for a GTX 970, but it's an older card. That's what they used to do. It's having trouble. We're at 83 FPS. Let me see if we can get 5000. We're close. Come on. We might have it 83. Just give me 5000 score for mark and we're good. Nope, crashed. So we're trying again with a different setting. It does not like to go over 1500, so we're at 1493, 275 watts, 83 FPS. I know you're supposed to check this beforehand, but it's fun to just see what happens live. Let's see. Give me 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. It's almost like gambling. You put in a setting and you just see if it works. Good vibes, good vibes. Give me 5,000. Give me 5,000. Usually hangs around 80%. And it's not hot. It's only 62 degrees. So it's fine. We're at 70%, 75% fan speed. Go, go. Do it. You can do it. And 49.68. Oh. Man, so close. Okay. I mean, I don't know what else we can do here. My clock's at 150, which it won't take anymore. I tried 155, it won't do that. The memory's at 550, which is way too much. Let's try 151. And 555. Okay, ready? It's time to hit the lottery. Let's go. I feel like I'm scratching a lottery ticket. 5,000 score. 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. Let's go 55. Once we get past 80, we should be good. And it crashed. It literally will not take anymore. I mean, let's see, we can try 100% fan speed, I guess, but I don't think that's going to matter. It wasn't hot anyway. Unless the memory gets hot, that's a different story. In some ways, I feel like the fans being higher almost pulls more watts, and then it won't reach its full potential. So we're at 1506. This is 155, 150, or sorry, 155, 550 memory, 100% fan, 275 watts, 1506 megahertz. Let's go. Let's go. Give me. Just need 5,000. No. Still no. Actually, it's crashing earlier. You know what? What if we did less clock? So let's go 145, 560, and then we'll do auto fan speed. So that way it can kind of ramp up. If that makes sense. So it's not using all the wattage to begin with. So let's see what that does. So 145. We're still at 83. I did have a card that actually scored better with the fans on auto because it wasn't using all the power to do the fans. So let's see. 83, 83. There was a glitch right there. 83. Fans are kicking up to 60. 83. 83 FPS, keep going, keep going. Keep going. 275 watts. It's almost there. And 49.62. I just can't get it. One last time, 150 and 560. And that's probably gonna crash. Okay, 155.60, 155.60, 270 watts, 83 FPS, 1493 megahertz. I wish I could just add like 1 point. If I could just add like 151 maybe? Please? I mean, that's 560. See, it's the 560 too high for the. I really don't want this to be more than 500 because that's just kind of too much. So let's go 151. Let's go keep it on auto. I mean, literally 1 point I think would be enough to get us over. We're at 49.62. 1 point is still at 4. I just want a solid 1500. I don't know why it's doing 1493 like that. Yeah, this is the same. It's actually worse. It went from 83 to 82. This is no good. I want a solid 1500 right here, and it's at 1493. I think it's pulling itself back. 70% fan. 72C. Yeah, I don't know about this. This might be actually a worse result than before. So let's do. I went through it. At least it finished. Yeah, it's worse. Okay. Wait, did I mess that up? Let's do 152, 450. And let's do, because it's going to go to 70 anyway. Let's do 70 fan. That's how I used to do it. Oh, it's not. Wait. Okay, 152. Ready, and let's go. 1506. I just, no, that's too high. I want just an even 15. No, it crashed right away. No, I need a solid. Come on, you guys. 500 was good before. So just one more point. One more point. Yeah, I think I've been doing this too many times. Now it's just getting worse. The FPS is going down. I think the card is tired. It's hot. 61. And it's crashing a lot earlier. I think I heat soaked the card. Even though it says 66C, I mean the whole card is roasting hot right now. So I think I need to cool it down a little bit first. This thing is just on fire right now. That's like 20 different. Yeah, it's okay. It's not the GPU temperature, it's like the whole card is hot. The thing that I forget is I'm looking at just the GPU temperature, which is not high. But when I used to do this before, you could see like the memory temperature and the hotspot and all that stuff. And I've been running this benchmark over and over and over again for like an hour. And I think the whole, I mean, just by my hands touching the back of the card, it's just like an oven. So I'm going to let that cool down. I put it on 100% fan speed so it can just cool itself. It's getting better, feels better. So here's heaven on 1080p ultra settings. Everything else is normal or whatever it comes with. We're at 65 degrees Celsius, 1669 on the GPU. I turned down the overclock to plus 150 and 400, I think. So the result should just be pretty standard. And let's see, we have 2631. Man, again, the card is just toasty. 2631, I think, it's about where we were before. So here's Fortnite on 1080p medium. It's around 100 frames per second, looks like. It's bouncing all over the place. So I had it on performance, but I'm kind of tired of playing on performance. It looks so terrible. So this is a higher quality, but it's just kind of 80 to 90. Let's see. So it looks better. So we're getting about, it's 90. It's kind of bouncing back and forth between 90 to 100. Also, I'm on a pretty bad Wi-Fi connection, so I don't know if that has anything to do with the little stutters. Seems to get better as the time goes on. See if we can go for a drive here. I assume that the frames would drop more when there's people around. But we're just gonna go for a nice leisurely cruise here. Somebody's here. This guy. Oh. Not doing too well. And we died. And here's performance mode medium. See how it looks not as good. Now it never drops below 100. It's going 144 right here. But it's still glitchy. And I'm pretty sure that's my internet. Wi-Fi signal is not great out here in the workbench. I just wanted to see what the difference would be. It's kind of the same. I mean, technically there's more frames per second, but I still feel a little glitch here. See if we can find a friend. Find another friend. friend. Hello, friend. I want to talk to you. I guess he didn't want to talk. Okay, let's find one more friend before we go. No. No more friends. Okay. So it was kind of better. Kind of one bouncing between 100 to 140. And yeah, the GTX 970, I guess it's just, it kind of is what it is. I did put a 100 megahertz overclock on it, but it just won't, how do I say it? It won't do more than what it's gonna do. Like I'm used to the 1060, where you can really increase the performance by a lot. But the the GTX 970, which performs fairly well, it just won't do more than whatever it's gonna do, and it won't any attempt to overclock it. And for some reason the voltage is locked. I still have to figure that out. But even if I could add voltage and get another 1-2%, it's not going to make a difference. So it's just basically it's kind of just a hair below the 1060. With the overclock, it is basically a 1060 performance. But that's it.
So the final question is it worth it? I paid $40 for this version, Gigabyte G1 Gaming. In this case, yes, because it is an upgraded version of the 970. It just requires a lot of power, it generates a lot of heat. If you were going to buy one, you might as well get the 980 or the 980 Ti. They're kind of all in the same price range now, because they require so much power that people are dumping them and going for more energy efficient cards. So try not to spend more than $50. If you can get a 980, that's great, or 980 Ti, even better. But anything more than $50, I would say maybe try and find something else. There's a lot of 1650s being dumped right now, so maybe look for that instead, or a 1060 if you can find one. Anyway, thank you for watching.